Oh, why hello, it's me, Aaron, otherwise known as Yoroshian. You're probably wondering, hey, Aaron, you've been gone for a whole... whatever that number is. It's been months since I've made a video. And I can explain a lot of that, but allow me to take us back a bit, because there's a bit of a story here, and also we're going to follow through with the thought process that I need to explain here. So, in case all of you might have remembered, back in November, I had gotten my channel hacked, and as one can imagine, that really becomes a big fat bummer when you are trying to produce more content. Also, on top of that, it was during the holidays. And when it's during the holidays, that's when most ad revenue is down, and there's no real point into trying to produce any kind of content during this time. Unfortunately, when I had tried to make anything, I was a little too late, and then by the time it was December, I was going on a trip, and by the time January came around, I was back to work and doing stuff and making more content, and I had kept the Patreon updated, and then that stopped for a few months. And by the time I hit March, I realized I hadn't made a video in 4 to 5 months, and then it just got worse. And also on top of that, it really messed with my head, because I wanted to make content as quickly as possible, release content as quickly as possible, and get that content to you guys as quickly as possible. But also on top of that, a lot of the stuff that I was producing takes forever to make, and I can't just make something half-assed anymore. And unfortunately, with YouTube's algorithm, that can deeply affect how things kind of just go with any channel. And I have words about that later. So over the course of the past couple of months, I went to go see my doctor, talked to a therapist, got on some brand new medication, and I'm feeling a lot better. I've been updating the Patreon with How to Be an Adventurer stuff, which I will get to later. And now I am here, and I'm trying something a little new, as one can imagine and see. So yeah, that's kind of just what's been happening. I've been dealing with a lot of my own mental stuff, and now I'm back. So let's also go over some of the more important things, like why is there a delay for How to Be an Adventurer episode 13? The simple answer to that is money. In case all of you need a nice thorough reminder, How to Be an Adventurer, as well as my time to be able to produce anything on YouTube, is solely based off of how much money the Patreon makes, and whatever else I can get into donations, but a lot of donations end up going back into the thing that I am running. And I have been spending plenty of my personal time just streaming, so that way at least I know I'm doing something and I'm interacting with the community. But in case you might have not noticed, the Patreon's down relatively low. And these are my monthly expenses, which is the main reason why I am here to try and get you guys to go back to the Patreon and start donating again to the Patreon, because if we reach $1,500, I can continue to make more content much quicker. And I feel like that is not getting out to people enough, maybe, sort of. I'm trying to get you guys to understand that there is a dynamic here. The reason why I haven't been able to post much is because of not just only my mental health, but also because I am trying to make sure I have enough money through the month to pay for rent, bills, food, and also take care of Banjo. Also, on top of a lot of things that are happening over on YouTube, ever since I got hacked, a lot more problems have been popping up, especially with YouTube's algorithm and how it has been affecting my channel. And one of the biggest things that have been affecting my channel is that because I'm not posting enough How to Be an Adventurer, which, you know, as one can imagine can come out a lot faster, is that content doesn't come out fast enough, or if it gets hit with a copyright notification, that it just gets completely throttled for literally no reason, because it just doesn't make YouTube any money. And if I'm not making YouTube money, then all my videos get throttled. Which also begs another massive problem with this channel as it currently stands. This channel does not get enough views on any of its other videos, so the algorithm does not put out enough of those videos in order to draw more audiences in. All it does is that it pushes out more How to Be an Adventurer content, and when there's not enough How to Be an Adventurer content, the channel slowly dies. Which is a major issue, especially with YouTube as an algorithm, because a lot of people who want to produce these massive projects and put a lot of time into them, but literally cannot just post every other day because for some strange reason, at least for me, that I want to actually produce real good content, YouTube doesn't care about that. All they care about is shoveling more shit into other people's faces as quickly as possible. And that annoys me because I definitely know that I do not make money off of How to Be an Adventurer or any of my emerging projects. What I do know is that whenever I try and make any emerging projects, all it does is that it gets throttled, and then I have to worry and stress about whether or not I will have enough money next month in order to have a roof over my head or at least have food in my stomach. And that's why I'm stressed. That's why I'm depressed. I'm dealing with all this. I'm juggling multiple different balls. I have to work for other people in order to make enough money so that way I have ends meet at the end of the month. But I usually never have enough money at the end of the month. And I always have this lingering level of stress. So now I have to worry about, am I producing How to Be an Adventurer fast enough? Because I can't pay any editors at the very moment in which they need the money so that way they can actually finish the edits for How to Be an Adventurer. Or if I put all of my effort into How to Be an Adventurer, I have no time for literally anything else. And if I try and do anything else, YouTube just completely carpet bombs it and doesn't get through anywhere within the algorithm. And that is my stress. That's what I've been dealing with for years and years and years. And I can't dictate this to you guys enough. But the truth also of the matter is that because I haven't been able to produce enough videos throughout the months, that it has very much created a weird space for my channel. I want to create more content for my channel, and also this means that you guys have to be either attentive enough in order to watch everything that I post, or that you are just here for How to Be an Adventurer. And if you're just here for How to Be an Adventurer, I really recommend donating to the Patreon, because that is the only way I have enough money to produce it. Or if you're here for all of my content, then legitimately make sure that you are subscribed and ring the bell icon, which is the thing I hate to say the most. Yes, I know it works. You have to subscribe and you have to ring the bell icon, but I hate that I have to ask you guys to do that, knowing full well that if I produce something that you guys probably don't want to watch, you might just skip it anyways. But it will have to happen, or else YouTube will not send out my videos at all. I don't know what to do. I'm slowly slipping, and for all the people that are helping me, I really appreciate it. We need to reach a certain point, not just with the Patreon, but also with the channel as well. Because if we don't, I don't know how much longer I could go on. And that's a massive level of stress that I have to dictate to everyone. Bridging is something that I've always loved, and I don't know how much longer I could go on if everything just becomes this slow downhill tread, and I don't want to just go away. If you want to support, then support. If you want to join me for my Twitch streams, then come on by. If you want to just watch How to Be an Adventurer content, then please watch How to Be an Adventurer content. If you're interested in any of my Final Fantasy XIV content, then please watch the Final Fantasy XIV content. But I really have to tell you guys, I'm not okay. But it's better to be forward and honest than lie behind a smiling face. I want to thank all of you for what has been the past several wonderful, wonderful years. I hope to come out with How to Be an Adventurer episode 13 relatively soon. I hope that you join me for streams. I hope that you go and watch my D&D channel. I hope that you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you all very, very soon. And as always, I'll see you next time.